So you're a mom.
Sure.
Wait, why sure? Why not?
Oh, first of all, I'm Irene. So, sure, you can call me a mom. But I just feel like once you become a parent, people start calling you like, hey, you're a young mom.
Right.
And I feel like that title itself is kind of like you're being objectified into this thing that you lose a little bit of yourself. Of your self-identity, you know, like last time it used to be all about me, what my dreams and aspirations are. But when people look at me now, they were like, how's your kid?
Yeah.
And I just feel like the focus does shift a little bit. And I'm not complaining, but it's just, it still feels a little bit odd from time to time.
Yeah. So apparently we're here today and we're supposed to talk about parenting.
Sure.
Right? And we have to kind of create something with all these things on the table.
We were given a budget of $10 to buy different craft items, and we're supposed to craft out something that best symbolizes what we feel about parenting.
Yeah.
I'm looking over at what you got. You want to explain more about what this is?
I wish I could, but somebody actually helped me buy most of these things. So I think I'm going to have to be quite creative, but it has to start with an intention. What are you kind of planning to create so that you can express your feeling about parenting?
I'm intending to create a butterfly garden. Hence the branches, because I feel that one of the biggest rewards of parenting is that after a day's work, when you get home, you get through the door, your kid shouts, "Mommy!" and she runs to you and gives you a bear hug, like, oh, it gives me butterflies in my stomach.
Okay, maybe I should start off with how I feel about parenting.
Okay.
Right? I feel a bit nervous, a bit apprehensive, so maybe I'm going to build something that kind of captures that.
Right, but you are sort of a parent, you're a parent. You have a dog, right?
I do.
I do think that there is some degree of parenting involved when you take care of a dog. Like there's some similarities in terms of your commitment, your responsibilities.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's definitely an entirely different experience to be responsible for something. And I say this even though my wife Rachel probably does like 99% of the work.
I believe that.
Right? But just having that 1% of something permanent change in your life, right, is really what is making me even more nervous about committing to a kid.
Right.
I want to ask you, because you've gone through 4.5 years now, right? Genevieve is now 4.5 years old. When you decided to have a kid with Alfred, did you both realize at that point in time, like, our lives are completely going to change? Or did you kind of just go with the flow?
I think that once you get married, I mean, you're kind of biologically programmed and socially conditioned to, take having kids as the natural next step. With very gentle, friendly reminders from your mother-in-law that time is running out. So we didn't really think much of it, but I kind of did hold back for a few years because I was also running a business on my own pretty much. So it is quite challenging to try to have a baby, take care of a baby while running a business full-time. So, I mean, 4 years later, I thought, okay, I guess it is time. And then it happened.
Wow. No, but the thing is, did you, at the point in time where you had all these things going on, right? Did you ever think to yourself, this is going to be scary and it's something I cannot reverse?
No leh.
Really?
I really just went with the flow. It's like when you are an entrepreneur, actually you take a lot of risk.
That's true.
So I don't really think much. Like once I decided on something, I would just do it no matter what it takes.
Do you think it's there's a difference in a guy-girl thing? Like, was it different for Alfred? Because like between, like Rachel and I, there are definitely differences, right? Like she's way more inclined, of course, and prepared, I think, to go with the flow and do this. But as a guy, I can't help but think like, wow, okay, we have to be prepared. It's always about being prepared. No, there needs to be enough money first. There needs to be enough security. Everything needs to be sorted before we go and take this crazy step.
Yeah, of course you're the one that's more concerned, right? I mean, after all, she's the one giving birth and not you. And
a bit of a perspective there. No, but so did Alfred also feel this way, or?
No, I'm actually curious. Like, why are you jittery? Like, you're not the one having to birth a baby, and.
No, it's not about the actual process of creating a child. It's about the long term, the plan, making sure that there's always going to be enough. Because the fear is that one day there might not be enough resources if the child is sick or something terrible happens.
Yeah, but I feel like you can never really be fully prepared.
Okay, so again,
you know what I mean?
It's a risk. You need to...
Yeah, you just do it anyway. But I feel like guys seems to tend to have this problem. Like even when they're about to get married, they also feel very jittery. Like, oh, I'm about to be committed to another person the whole of my life.
Right.
Yeah, and that's like a rehearsal for you, if anything. And then the next step is the baby, I guess. Yeah. But
like having a baby is okay. Like with my experience with Django, for example, the amount of responsibility just to take care of even a dog.
Yeah.
It's so much. It's so much. Like I did not think about the intensity of that responsibility. Every single moment, every day.
And Rachel has to take care of the dog every single moment of the day.
Okay.
Rachel has to feed him.
I do take care and do some things, but even those bits that I get involved in can be so tiring after a long day. I do radio in the morning, I have this job, blah, blah. I come back home and then we walk Django, prepare his food. Just those little things alone make it feel so difficult.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So in a way, you lose a bit of autonomy and your own freedom for sure. Like when you get home, last time you can just chill, read a book, blast your music, but now you come back, it's like, oh my God, I'm already so tired. And I gotta take the dog for a walk. I gotta do this and that. It is true.
So my question is, why do it?
Why do it? It's rewarding, like in other ways, like even though you lose a bit of a time, in exchange that interactions that you have with your kid and your dog. I mean, it's something that money can't buy. And I feel like having a kid, it allows you to experience life in full. There's a lot of richness in your life.
Right.
As compared to just having like a house. Like your kid really helps to fill in and make it a home.
So it's really about that. What I'm gathering and what I'm learning is that this idea about trying to quantify that risk, right, is not possible.
So how, did I change your mind about parenting or not?
I think not yet.
Really?
But I think when I do change my mind, everything that you said to me would have been a part of it. Yeah.
That's good enough for me.
Because it's just me not being able to let go of the fear and the anxiety that I cannot control everything.
Well, your dog Django would be a very good practice ground.
I feel like poor Django. Okay, I'm actually ready with my craft.
So am I. Maybe we start with mine.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so there you go. It's a origami butterfly garden.
Wow.
So to represent all the butterflies in my stomach when my kid runs towards me to give me a hug.
These are really pretty pro butterflies, by the way.
It's origami butterflies.
Wow, okay, very nice.
A pop of color. How about yours? Let's take a look.
I'm afraid to show you mine because I don't want you to feel bad.
I think I already do, but sure.
So this is my work of art.
I mean, we use the term loosely here.
Loosely.
Yeah, sure.
Art is subjective, okay? So anyway, this is me. There's a tiny little guy here. This is some log or boat that's washed up on the beach. But anyway, the point is, I'm caught in between the very calm ocean where there's a gentle whale swimming and a crazy volcano. And I think, depending on how I make a decision, parenting could either be this or this. So I'm not sure which way I'm looking at it at the moment. So that's how I feel.
Actually, I would say that this is a pretty accurate representation of parenthood. Like you're right there in the middle. Some days it's calm, some days it's a mess, and you enjoy both parts of it, right?
Yeah.
Both sides of the world. Yeah. But I gotta say though, looking at his art piece, you know what?
Yeah.
God is fair.
And I guess
That was brutal.